Episode 152, and me and Taz have been at it about who is a better bloke, Pezza or Taz, a.k.a. Steve Smith versus David Warner. And fair dinkum, David Warner is a cunning stunt, just like my old mate Taz. Welcome to the show, Tazzy.
Thanks there, Stevie. Good to have you here. Leading like a true captain, just everything is legal unless you get caught.
That's
and when
right,
you get caught,
100%.
as a captain, you've got to wear it.
Absolutely.
So, yep.
And of
anyway,
course,
nice to be here.
We welcome the enigma, the man who doesn't check his quaddie leg. Here he is, the great man himself, Tone.
Good evening.
All those on the podcast, if there was one, Tone's just put his middle finger.
Podcast.
Read between the lines.
Podcast. No, I just throw out winners every other day of the week, you know, in
Read
a
between
podcast,
the lines. Tone's just done the
No,
Tone, I know you're on the beers last Saturday night.
Here.
You're on the beers. Now, did you check your quaddie leg?
Absolutely not.
No.
There was no messages.
You
I
just
checked
thought
through
it
my
wins.
phone, but,
You just thought, I win. Yeah?
I must have been reading the wrong results. I thought I'd won. You know? I mean, it's a bit like I must say, a bit like the first race, a bit like the TT last week. You know.
Oh, don't mention the war, mate, because we're going to welcome Marto, the man that picks.
Yes,
the first time in history at Randwick where someone's 3 lengths behind on the bend and runs over the top and wins, ease down half a length. Marto's tipped this at 15s or 20s. Was it? I don't know, Marto.
15s.
22.
When did you tip it, Marto? When did you tip it?
I tipped it to you boys on Wednesday night after Annabelle Neesham scratched it on Wednesday at Warwick Farm because there was a leader bias at the track and she didn't want him running there. So she took him to Randwick where they were going to play fair and be able to run on. And I said, get on this thing at $15. You won't get double figures on Saturday. As it turns out, we got $9. And, like you said, sat out the back and absolutely screamed home, won by about a length and a half in the end.
Absolutely screamed home. Is unbelievable.
Absolutely
now, Taz,
well placed.
Talking about the super coach in Ronald Dale,
yes,
I heard a little whisper that you're having breakfast with the president today.
Yes, all stand-in president because the real president's overseas holidaying. But with the stand-in, we actually went out for a bit of brunch, so it was nice to catch
senior
up.
Coach
he is also
senior coach.
No, you're an idiot. You're fucking idiots.
Adam
of course
Simpson
he's safe. No, and don't be stupid. He's doing a great job, mate.
Mate.
Both teams are at the top end of the table. I'm no grass cutter.
Beautiful.
And that's not what it was about. But
Cassie, last week you had a draw, 2-2.
Yes, sadly, we scored one for them. Well, we actually scored 3 goals in the game and still lost. So we scored one for them. They got a penalty and we scored 2. 2-2. So
right.
I mean, it happens. So the winning run ends. But we're still 9 points clear, and that's not a problem.
Just the way.
I've looked at the teams, like the team that I'll be putting out this week, because it's the second time we're playing them. I've got 7 starters from round 4 or whatever it was, or round 3, different. And the same thing happened on the weekend. I had a 58-year-old goalkeeper.
Wow, wait.
Because our senior goalkeeper's done his knee playing basketball after he came back from Thailand. So the reserve goalkeeper stepped up. Yeah, absolutely. So, so we had to get out the club goalkeeper coach. We registered him, and he played. Mind you, he's a star.
Yeah.
At 58, you wouldn't think so, but anyway, that's all right. This is all about the racing and Marto's tip. Did we forget, or we're over that?
We're about to play.
Well done, Marto.
Now, Broken Arrows. Tone, you've chosen a horse in a midway. It's 0-14 at Randwick. And it has placed 4 times, though, at Randwick. And how did we lose?
I don't know. I
don't know.
I think what had happened, I'm pretty certain that the stewards, because they're all as corrupt as hell, they've got more tricks in their pocket than a fucking clown. what
Right.
they've done is the stewards have backed the other horse.
Yeah.
Right. And the greedy bastards didn't even want to share the dead heat. So
Was
they
back
just
then-
gave it to the other.
The winner was back then from 80s into 17s.
There you go.
They could have had a bit of coin on, mate. You never know.
Fair run, but
Broken arrows,
to be honest,
looms
they was
up,
unlucky.
runs past,
Yeah.
nothing from behind. I'm like, Toad's got this 0 from 14 at the track. He's an absolute legend at 950, 10 skins. Before the line, it's in front, Tone, and after the line, we're in front. But what happened on the line?
Jockey error with the head up.
But I got worried when Darren Flindell said, don't take the ground shot as gospel. And I was like, the fix is in.
Yeah, they're fixed.
Because the ground shot we won as well. So to the naked eye we won, the ground shot we won, before the post were in front and after the post were in front. But unfortunately, on the negative, we got nosed out of it. Unbelievable.
Corrupt stewards.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Fine cotton all over again. You know?
Hazel Baby was no baby. Absolute shocking. Let's put the Warwick. Pezza again. Well done, Pezza.
There it is. On your Pezza. You're going
Barney.
to start seeing that more than Marto.
Barny, cost Barney's $4 place multi. Big spinner. But it
What
was
a shame.
25 to 1, the places. So
Yeah, it was because we all had value. I think yours was the shortest one on the day.
thanks, mate. I was the favourite.
No,
No, second favourite.
Fine point, didn't read the fine print. I don't know how it finished third, to tell you the truth, Daz.
Yeah, it was one of those stop start gone and here it is again.
There it is again. It only got beat like a quarter of a length. It was weird.
Yeah.
Mate. I thought you were going to finish like you were shot on the
Nowhere.
bend. You're going to finish
Well,
nowhere,
actually, tell us exactly what you were thinking. How good is it when I'm going to stick it up Tassie again?
Yes.
That's what
Yeah.
you were thinking.
Yeah. I was pretty excited on the bend when it looked like I was going to finish second last. But no way, no.
No,
But,
no,
wasn't
got
a bad
going
run,
again.
You know, I think maybe next start we get on, but we didn't have to wait 7.5 months, Marto.
No, we didn't. How good was this?
Oh,
This is what happens when you line up European form and you've got one comes over here that's been racing against what is now stakes and group horse winners over in France and in Europe, and comes out here and lands in a benchmark 72 grade race and said, what the hell's this?
and it's running over a sprint compared to the distances in Europe, eh?
Well, yeah, it was a mile, but
Look at it come in the red and white.
There it is down the outside.
Bounding down the outside.
Fucking
Absolutely.
beautiful.
Nothing coming with it.
Beautiful.
But
Yeah,
I did say this is a stakes horse of the future. Let's not get carried away. He's jumped from benchmark 68 win in Scone to a benchmark 72 at Randwick.
No.
He's on his way up, but his time there on Saturday was competitive in a benchmark 88. So that's where he's around about at the moment. He's still got a bit of maturing to do. But Annabelle Neesham, she'll nurse him through the grades and tick him up. And I wouldn't be surprised if she gives him another run before we see him in late spring.
Yeah,
well done,
just
Marto.
keep
That
talking,
was
mate.
magnificent.
Race 6, number 5.
Fantastic.
Verifier.
Magnificent.
Well, yeah, we're going on to Verifier. We're taking on First Immortal here. First Immortal raced against Verifier when Pezza tipped it 4 weeks ago.
Thank you.
And Blake Shin absolutely mortified First Immortal and gave him a wide run, and he was stuck out the back, and Verifier was screaming home late over the 2,000 metres on a soft track at Randwick. We get a soft track at Randwick this weekend.
Flemington.
We've got 5 kilos on.
Flemington.
You're right, Flemington. Thanks for that.
No worries.
And we're getting a soft track at Flemington, and we're going over 2,500. This thing, when you tipped it, Pezza, over 2,000, it won with its ears pricked on the line, mate. Which means to me, there's plenty more left to give when they got the ears pricked when they cross the line. There's lots.
So,
left to give.
I would
Marto,
have increased my bet, Marto, if it was over 2,200. I was a bit scared that it was staying at the 2,000. So
the breeding
for more, but
yeah, okay, I see what you mean. The last one.
So just out of curiosity, Marto, like, were you a little bit time poor, and that's why you just said, "Oh, I'll look for this." Oh yeah, Pezza tipped this. Do you remember?
No,
it
not at all.
Looked
As
like a
you're
horse
aware-
that went well.
As
Was
you
that
are
why?
aware, before you start spreading shit,
Tony
you're
B,
aware-
Tony B.
it came up in my numbers, and
All in
I
your
was
numbers.
aware at the immediate time until you reminded me that Pezza had tipped this 4 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
And then I went back through and realised that, yes, Pezza has
Marto,
tipped it
did you
on
get
his
a
last
case
one.
of the tones?
Oh.
Like where you just forget every relevant thing.
Because the only reason Pezza tipped it was because he vilified us. And I said that on the show. I said the only reason is because it sounds like vilify. Yes. And that's all he wants to do to us. So obviously, Marto, the subliminal messages went out. Marto's tipped a $10 winner, be it 15s, and now he wants to vilify us as well.
It's great to see Robbie Downey getting a ride on a
I know it's called Verify, but it sounds like vilify.
Yeah, right. Blackiston is only he's only got a small stable, but he's stuck with Robbie Downey with this one the whole way through.
All right, here we go. Now, Tone, I think it's going to be War and Peace because Taz has already said I've got a spiel.
I have got a spiel because this here, I don't know how you want to pronounce it.
Tone,
but
you
maybe,
want to answer, mate? You want to answer before
No,
Taz
don't speak, Frog. Yeah.
All right. Well, it is an Annabelle Neesham horse, and it's called Boys d'Argent. But guess what, Marto? The last time, before this spell, guess where it ran? This horse has got form behind Star of India when it ran third behind Star of India.
Wow.
So, Marto form there. Hang on a tick, it gets better. Since then, it got spelled, it returned, and guess what? It went to the valley. And it run behind Mohamek or whatever it's called. Mahomek or whatever. Another Marto one. Mohamek, that's it.
That's Marto's as well.
That's right. And I'm looking at this race, and there's no Marto horse that can beat me.
Perfect.
So I'm going to take the next best thing, which is this thing. Look, it's an overseas horse. It's come over here. It's had 17 starts in total.
Wow.
And I think it's been placed in 15 of those 17. Jeez. It's been running in pretty good company races. It does meet Zoom On, who's down the bottom, better for the weights.
That's the bot fly and house horse.
Yep. And I just think that, this is the one. I mean, Desert Icon's probably my danger. I think that the step up in distance is perfect. And the soft track, be it that it's not, it's got good form. And it runs really well on top of the ground as well. So Ryan Maloney, Boys d'Argent, no Marto horses in this race. I'm getting as close to Marto as I can by piggybacking him by looking for the next best thing.
Good ending, mate.
Good on you. The Caloundra Cup winner right there, Taz.
Thanks, mate.
I don't know. Taz, he flips around like a bloody pinball, like he's all over the place.
Right.
He's, like Ryan.
He's all over the place like an unlicensed dog.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
This time of night, you guys are about as useful as a hooker. At this time of night.
What does that mean?
Sure.
It means I'm ready to go to sleep.
I reckon a hooker would be pretty useful right about now, Tom.
Go on. Anyway, you're bagging my tip. You watch it all win this weekend.
Here we go. Oh, mate, I bloody hope so after putting us
Another one.
Lenny, can she do it? Can she do it?
Of course she can.
She's going for
She's
7 in a
legend.
row,
She's going to do it.
multi-record. I think we've
Seven's
got
a lucky
Barny on
number.
6. We've equaled the Barny record, which is fantastic. The Prez got a lazy 4. I think the captain got 4. The Chieftain's been twice, and she's backed up and got 3 to 4. And, of course, we've got some ones that have been out straight away. Who can forget Ashy, Lukey Mullen, all these people are one-hit wonders. But Lenny is going for the Polty record. Now, it'd be just good that if Tone could just check his quaddie results this week to see if he's leg won. Tone?
Tone will get it.
Might get around
to go.
Might get around to it, he reckons.
Are you out again? Here we are. Tone's
1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
He'll forget. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. If you wanted me to take 5, and I'm allowed to.
Take the field. Jeez.
Take the field?
He did.
I'll leave that to you, Tone. Anyway, first Immortal, I think Marto said enough about it earlier on because I have got Verifier in this leg. So that's the 1 and the 5. Got to be savvy. I think is it's a Savabeel mare, and I really think that as it's getting up over more ground, it's a big chance. It also meets First Immortal better on the weights, so it's the sort of the roughie there. Ain't he grand? I'm taking it on potential and hopes and prayers. And the one down the bottom there, or the 6 Wakama, it ran over in that South Australian race over 2,500, and its last few runs have been over the sort of journey. I think it's going to be hard fit, and I think it's the up and comer. Wakamana, that's the one. So she should be right in the finish, I reckon. So I've gone with those 5, but the one I'm prepared to have a little play with myself is probably got to be Savvy.
Okay. So
That's the one I'm prepared to play with.
On the 5, Verifier, he's making
I've got it. I've got it in, absolutely.
And
I was never not going to have it in. Never not going to have it in.
Tone, I always love how Towers talks the longest in his quaddie leg, and he's usually the first one out.
Yes, except last week I got it.
Oh.
You did?
Oh.
You did?
Yeah.
You did? You did?
Yep.
And Tone, 3, 4, 7 and 9, big guy.
Oh, I've got everybody's favourite in the 3. You've got to throw in. It's sour time.
It's all about it's your time, Tone. It's your time.
Deal on board all over you, Taz. That's it there.
One win in 18 months. The world goes crazy.
You've got to throw in the 3 because it reminds me of Marto's favourite horse.
Which one's that?
Bella Nipper fucking Teen or whatever it is. That
Bella
thing.
Nipper fucking Teen.
Tone, it's our time is one of yours. You know that.
Yeah. Yes.
Nobody else wants it.
Yes. Great win last start. What's name? Heffel on board. Got to be a big chance again.
Oh.
And I've thrown in the 9 Pizarro Dean Yendall. Not one of my
Johnny O'Shea. Johnny O'Shea stable on fire.
Bringing them down from Sydney, huh?
I think Pizarro's an outside chance in this race.
All right, Tone. Well done, mate. Looks like you've done your homework.
I did a little bit, yes. Yeah.
Where's your money going on? Where's your money going on, Tone? Other than the beers on Saturday, where's your money going? Who are you backing? If you had to if I gave you $100 and you threw it on one of those 4, which one is it going on?
Oh, in this race? Oh, jeez. That's tough. I'd favourite Cy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd back Cy.
All right. So you're piggybacking Barny.
Yes.
The great man, the place professor,
Marto.
Barny.
Hello.
Marto, what do you think about number 12, Invincible Caviar? Been scratched last weekend for this. Not a bad run.
Yeah.
Supposedly, as I told last week, I wouldn't have black booked it. I did have it in my quaddie last week, but it was scratched. The Caviar.
I still think
she's come back from 12th place, concussion.
Yeah. You asked me what I think. I still think she needs a dry track.
Yeah, that's it. Well said, Marto.
Well done,
I'm with you. I nearly listed a fister in this race.
Oh yeah.
And it's not in the quaddie leg, but I'm not going to poison it.
Okay.
Oh, you normally do.
Well, do you want me to then?
Yeah, it tastes that venom.
All right. Here it comes. Mar Eustace, number 8.
Man. Yep.
If you have a look at its
Harry Coffey.
If you have a look at its form, have a look at its form though.
Harry
there you
Coffey.
go. The venom's out. Sorry, Tone.
Doesn't he have doesn't Harry Coffey have like spina bifida or something like? Doesn't he have something?
Cystic fibrosis.
Cystic fibrosis. How good does he go? Like seriously?
Yeah, he does.
He rides something 30 to 1
rides
like
for a couple of weeks.
On.
Yeah.
He's a jet.
He doesn't get the opportunity to ride every week because he rides for a couple of weeks. Then he's got to go and heal himself and clear the lungs out.
He lives in Swan Hill. He lives up near the border as well, in the farm. So it's not just how good he riding; it's how far is he travelling as well, and that'll take a toll on his body as well.
He's a jet.
He is a jet.
Lenny, aka our princess, the one who's going for the record. She's equaled Barney. Barney said, "Give her 2 this week," and then I said, "Well, Taz said she probably only needs 2," and then Barney said, "Well, give her 1." And I said to Barney, out of 10, you'd give her 1. Right.
It's a tough leg. This is the biggest test to date.
1, 6, 7, 10, and 12. I'm stoked because she's got the winner there anyway. Jimmy the Bear. I'm keen on Jimmy the Bear. And of course, she's got my favourite horse in Unusual Culture, Absolute Star.
Yeah.
Mm.
I reckon she could have went 2 out, 7 and 12. That would have been it.
2 out.
2 out.
No. Oh, I think
She
the
only
race is
needed
too
two.
open to go 2 out.
Well, King Magnus always knocks us off anyway, but probably throw the 1 in anyway. But Jimmy
Oh,
the
yeah,
Bear.
you got the brown log in there, number 5. So's gone.
Oh no, that's your favourite horse, Tone. After what was that horse that always placed in the South Australian horse? What's the one he loves in the Australian
Flow
flag?
meter.
No,
Flow meter.
no,
No.
Australian.
Flow meter.
Oh, Dalasan.
Dalasan, that's who he loves.
Oh,
Dalasan.
Dalasan.
How do you guys rate River Plate? Its first up win was pretty good. Down the bottom, Froggy.
Yeah, it was, but I don't think it's up against Unusual Culture's running out of its skin, going through the grades.
Absolutely.
I know it's a BM82 now, but Jesus Christ, should be in an open soon. At Flemington, she's going to stalk and just let go. And I tell you what, Colleen Heffel better be hanging on when she does, because she does let down. But I think Jimmy the Bear drops 4.5 kilos for this. Rock hard.
It's coming back from Sydney, though. It's coming back from Sydney. Was it in Sydney, the race last start?
No.
Jimmy the Bear.
Melbourne the whole time.
Where did it run last start?
Melbourne
over the
2
line.
weeks ago.
Flemington.
It was Melbourne. Okay. I don't mind Jimmy. I think Jimmy the Bear goes all right. Probably goes as good as a gummy. A gummy bear.
The gummy bear, yeah.
Hey?
I think King Magnus is always going to be in the quaddie for us because, it always wins.
Sure does.
And I think she's got it. Keats is a real good chance. I reckon it's going to lead and hopefully stay on.
Yeah.
And I reckon she's
King Magnus was my tip 2 weeks ago. Scratch for this.
But Jimmy the Bear.
Yeah, it was scratched, yeah.
Makes it 4.5 kilo better.
Absolutely. I think King Magnus might have too much weight on, like you said. I do like Jimmy the Bear and I do like Unusual Culture in this leg. But having said that, this is really, really open championship final. And
so which is your first? What do you got on top? Because it's not one that she's put in. Tell us the truth.
No, it is. It's true. It's Unusual Culture I've got on top.
Oh, okay.
On top. Okay, nice.
Yeah, I've got Jimmy the Bear just in front, just because of the weight swing from last start. I think Jimmy the Bear at the weights, Jesus Christ, you've got to be half a chance. It's dropped 4.5 kegs against the same horses. So
look, I think Jimmy
finally
the
it
Bear
got
goes
weight relief. Finally, it's got
but
weight relief against the same horses it's been running really well against with no luck. So I think if Billy steers it right, it's going to be hard at the end. I think it's going to be, unless Unusual Culture is going to be that sort of dream swamp. But Jimmy there is going to be there. Don't worry about that. Pezza 1, 2, 4, and 9. Now I know you guys are there's Verifier. They're not sure why, but I think I copy pasted Verifier by mistake there. Sorry, boys and girls.
1, 2, 4, 9.
Well, we don't need the second half of the race because that's all right. Because I didn't pick them. There are more horses in the race, but we don't care because I'm not going to try to find the screenshot now. But I've got 1, 2, 4, 9. Now, Tone, I've got this, mate, right? Golden Path is the leader, right? It's going to lead.
Yep.
Tone, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Golden Path is the leader. Progressive should have won last night, but didn't. Gets its chance to be, it's the red hot fave. Then we've got the Broom King. And then we've got Elkington Road that are on pace, Tone, on pace. So they're going to be stalking Golden Path. So if Golden Path is too weak at the end, they're the two that are looming up. And then you've got Lounge Bar Ruby coming from the back, screaming home like Unusual Culture. So don't worry about the other horses in the race. Don't worry about the other 5. Doesn't matter. I've got it.
Well, isn't it?
Leader,
there's a dual nominator.
And the back marker.
There is a dual nominator in this race too, Pezza.
Oh, really?
Yep, Lethal Thoughts. So
I was just going to bring that up.
Yeah, Lethal
so
Thoughts.
It'll be interesting to see whether it goes here. Yep. So that's the one. And I'm surprised, actually, that you left out the one that's not on the screen. Lady Jones.
No.
Didn't rate it?
No.
Okay.
Not in my numbers either.
Not in yours either? I guess I put it in
but
because my son's Jonah and we call him Jones. So there's a little bit of an omen there. But so I've thrown it in for that reason. But I've looked a little bit deeper.
And I've got the back marker.
That's right. You've got it covered.
Got it covered.
And you got a decent track. It's
Well,
not Sandown.
Well, genius at work.
I hope you're right, but you will know whether you've won or not, won't you?
I will check the results.
Mate, you will check the results, see?
It's great to be surrounded by arseholes, Marto, because you can always get that whiff, can't you?
You love the smell.
Roses in the air.
What did you have there, a little shoddy?
Okay.
No, I was allowed to have a Coke tonight. Here we go.
Now it's not a highway either. Yeah, I've been a bit under the pump
The
today.
get out stakes.
Get out stakes.
Well, I've changed the system, Marto, this week. I've gone from race 1 to race 10. I've gone from the first to the last.
Well, it's either one or the other. Either or.
Either or.
Well, there you go.
Well said,
Either
Marto.
or.
Well done.
Chad's,
Very good, buddy.
Chad,
We said that at the same time, Marto. Perfect.
great minds think alike, or dumb minds never differ. I know which one I'm fucking thinking about. Anyway,
I like that one. That's a good one.
Why do we like it, Tone? Why do we like this one, mate?
Oh, I don't know.
Yes.
Come
this
second
is,
last start. Then it was
it's had
third
two
the start
places.
before that. Then it was fifth.
I want to hear Tony's voice.
Oh, really?
I'm keen to see what Tone was got. Yeah.
Now,
Why does he
you'll
like
say exactly what Pezza was about to say.
We've
but
got
go on.
a non-corrupt jockey up top, which is good. Either or. This is the time it comes back. This time of year, it's like Pezza said, it's been placed 2 of its last 4 starts. And it's only had 4 starts this time in. $5, I reckon it wins. That's all you need to know. Get on either or, whatever.
The market's found
Either
it.
or either.
The market
market
has
has
found
found
it.
You know?
not the fact that Chad Schofield's a front running jockey and it's drawn low and likes to lead?
This thing
And nor the
is,
fact that
a rocket.
it's trained by the ex-Carlton and Collingwood Peter McConville
Peter
relative,
McConville.
obviously, because it's a McConville. Do you remember
Number
him?
33. Number 33.
He was-
I know. I
Yeah, he
know
was
my
good.
players.
Carlton, Collingwood. Oh, there you go.
No, he played at Carlton and St Kilda.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter
33.
McConville, good player. Yeah, bloody oath. So, Tone, you found a trainer that neither of us. Has anyone ever heard of Armour Conville?
Never.
No.
Never.
No.
No.
Good new trainer for your stable, Tone.
Yeah,
No?
that's it.
I've got here,
Well said,
I've
mate.
got
New
here-
trainer for the stable.
yeah,
His
I've
has
got here
gone-
Rose Hill, last race,
Oh.
6 and 5, forget the rest. So hopefully Tone's on the winner there.
Perfect.
What's the
Hopefully.
numbers? 6 and 5.
I got-
Forget the rest.
I got 6 and 5, forget the rest. That's
Cosmic
my-
Banana, Kiwi Swede.
Marto's got it.
Yeah, the Kiwi
Kiwi
Swede's a
Swede in the
danger, I
last.
reckon, even though it's favourite. Yeah.
2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
he
but who
only
wants
had
to back
5
a
winners.
favourite?
He only had 5 winners for the day 2 weeks
Only
ago.
5, yeah.
The Kiwi Swede.
Yeah.
Mm.
Look, the thing that I'm really impressed about
Oh,
with Tony's selection more than
Oh.
anything else is for a
Oh.
guy. No,
Oh.
no, you got to hear me out, Tony. For a guy who never backs favourites,
oh,
he sure does like backing second favourites.
oh.
Ah, yeah.
Come on,
I
Tony.
don't frame the market, Tess. I don't frame the market. You know?
No, you don't. You're right. That's fair enough. Second favourite starts, might even start favourite. Eh?
He's just gone
You think
back to
it
the
might?
well. Tassie's predicted this.
Oh, he
He's
predicted it all right.
this. I'm going to the
That's
Chocky Wheel
good.
country
Oh,
because race 4, number 8, Pontedera, one of our favourites here at Poultry, put a line through it. We've actually backed this horse twice for 2 wins for the Pezza Push. I'm going for the hat trick of wins. I've tipped it as a
Hat
pick
trick.
twice too, and it's ran second. But anyway, it loves a soft track, loves a heavy, but it's a soft 5. We're not on the parks. We're on the bloody, what do you call it, Taz?
You're not on the parks.
It's not
at
on the
Morford
parks
Field?
track. It's on the other one.
Yes, it is
Flames.
the bigger one. No, it's on
The
the
other
bigger
one.
one.
The other one.
Yeah, I can't
one-
even remember.
The one they can run on with.
No,
yes,
no, no.
the
I'll
one they
tell
can
you,
run
no,
on
no.
with, not the parks.
Yeah, but look, I'm fucking trying to think now.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
I'm
It's
oh,
not
you've
on
got
the
me.
parks,
You've
which
caught
is
me
a
out.
big plus because this horse does like to get back, and it does get back pretty far.
Cool, now.
It rises in distance.
wait.
It goes from 1,200 to 1,400, and of course, is it the city? No,
Yes, it is.
no,
Yes, it is. It's
Is
the
it?
city it'll win.
it's the city. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. And then Benny Price in the saddle, rode it a couple of starts ago, knows the horse. At Warrnambool on a heavy 9, absolutely screened home for second. It was pretty stiff last start, got back over 1,200. Again, didn't give itself a chance with some spastic in the saddle. Sorry, special needs person.
Sorry. Yeah, can't use that word.
I know how upset you get when you use that word. So sorry, Tone.
I get upset.
Not
No,
here.
Tone
No.
gets upset. He's policing that. So, Benny Cross in the saddle, one of his favourite jock. Mickey Hitmop, 10 trainer horse. I just think we're kidding ourselves at the price. I thought this would open up at about 220 to 260 favourite, but they got a false favourite in at $3 because it's won 2 in a row on the parks. And Pontedera is going to be
trying to think now
with the extra 200, and we win.
Beautiful.
Yes, and I can't remember the parks, and I can't remember the other one. You've got me stuffed. But Pezza, in all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a spin.
It might be a double spin like we've done before.
It could be.
We have
done it before.
We have done it before.
And, it has connected. Yeah. So when I was looking at all the races, because I do like to predict things, and now at least I know. Like I look for the second favourites in every race for Tone.
Right.
With Marto's, I look for the overseas ones first.
Yes.
Then I look for the Roik ones.
Yep.
And then I look at your ones that haven't succeeded because Marto picks
it. Yep.
But I really honestly thought that this is a big chance. So I like the tip.
Well, I was going to tip one at the Sunny Coast and race too, but when it was $2.10, I thought, gee, Tone's going to give it to me for that. I think it's called Harry something. Fair income. It was a moral beat last start, and I can understand why it's opened up at $2.
Well, there's a short one going around in Sydney that they've offered millions on. Is it in the highway?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's won 3 in a row or something.
Round 16,
Mogo Magic or something.
Boy. No spoilers.
Going underground, I think now.
How did the Tigers go tonight, Tone? How did the Tigers go?
They, I don't think they turned up.
Okay.
They did have the bye last week, and the curse continues. Only lost by 81 points. I think.
Oh, they were close.
Great match tomorrow night. The Swannies got a nice little tune up, 230 odd points they kicked last week.
It's a confidence booster. It was a confidence booster, that's for sure. But geez,
against the Cats, missing Jeremy Cameron, Paddy Dangerfield, you probably don't get a better chance of Sydney to beat the Cats.
No, Paddy
They've had the ball over you guys for a while now.
Chance of coming back. They certainly have, and that's the worry. But we are at Sydney. We got a big confidence booster last week. Paddy Dangerfield, they said, is a chance to play tomorrow night.
Really?
To be honest, I think he's risking his health if he does. I mean, 2 weeks after a collapsed lung, Jesus.
He probably doesn't play.
Yeah,
I reckon he won't play.
Playing things up.
Match
I'm
of the
happy
round,
if he doesn't.
Match of the round Saturday at the Adelaide Oval. We got the Crows against the mighty Roos. It looks like Clarko might be back in a fortnight, and he might be back to face his old nemesis in Hawthorn. Wouldn't that be?
No, he's coming back after that. He's gutless.
No, because I want him to come back before it.
You know that you read the articles, you saw the same, and you just wanted to put that spin on it. Yeah, he's gutless. He shouldn't be coaching.
The Dogs and the Dockers, I reckon that's like irrelevant. Who really cares about the Dogs and the Dockers? Not me.
Yeah, the Dockers runs over. The Doggies, they're hot and cold, but more cold than hot.
Gold Coast.
Well, Dougie Hawkins would probably care.
Imagine all the Collingwood supporters just cashing in everything, all their checks and their Taz. You'll be on fire at the government for settling this week. There'll be lots of interviews in Queensland for Collingwood supporters this week.
Look, crime will be down in Victoria.
Yeah,
there's something a little fishy about this match because Collingwood's $1.77 against the Gold Coast.
Yeah,
how does that happen?
I don't know. What a game! Essendon, Port Adelaide, absolutely fine. A bit like Tone last Saturday when he wasn't. Did he care about the quaddie, the last leg? He was just flying.
Bullshit. Lie. Yeah, you're dreaming.
And then we had another match of the round. The Hawks without Sicily against Carlton.
This is huge. This is almost as big as the Crows taking on the Kangaroos this game.
The Orange Tsunami, absolutely on fire. They got the ruckman, the most informed ruckman that's only played 7 games in his career that they've ever seen. Champion Data ranks this ruckman #1 by the length of the Flemington Straight, and he's only played 7 games or something. This kid is a freak. Against the Maltese. And, of course, Jesus Christ, St Kilda, will they kick a winning score? That's what I've got to worry about a Ross Lyon coach team. Can they kick a winning score against West Coast? It might be 30 to 10.
What do you honestly think? No, honestly, with that, because of the style of football that St Kilda do play, and the amount of injuries and signings at West Coast, they're just signing up all their old guys again. But how much do you reckon St Kilda wins by? Because they should.
Oh, they're going to win by. They're going to win by 50 plus, surely.
Okay, so how much does St Kilda win by for Simo to walk away?
He's not going to walk away.
I think he'll see the year out. There's nothing more they can do to save anything. I think he sees the year out.
As a footballer, he never quit. I don't think he's a quitter.
Oh, he never quit as a footballer. I loved him at North Melbourne as a footballer. But then what about if he gets pushed? Because who's in the wings who potentially could audition for that gig? I guess that's my question.
You'd want Damien Hardwick, but they're all saying that he'll never go to Western Australia. He'll never. I don't know. I reckon. Hey, they're the richest club in the land.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they are. You got big Choccy, their assistant coach at Sydney. He might consider taking up an interim
to
finish out the year. He's been an assistant coach
for many a year. Tone looks really annoyed.
What's wrong, Tone?
I don't
know. No, I'm not annoyed. I can't see St Kilda winning by any more than about 30 points because they can't fucking kick. They're shit.
I've got Dirty Gary. Dirty Gary, DG. Dirty Gary, we call him in Geelong. Gary Rowan. He likes to spread his seed. And Gary's going to kick the first goal against his old team, the Swans, at 12 skins.
Is he the only redhead on Geelong's list? Because Geelong historically have to have a redhead, don't they?
Yeah, they used to have Scratch and Neil, Neville Bruns.
So, so he's the closest thing to a redhead they've got.
Yes. AFL bet the Pies, Tone. I think King Tone said.
Yes, absolutely. Pies will win. Won't be much in it, but they should win.
All right.
Then,
same game multi, Tess?
Yeah, this is the one, mate. Get on the Blues, 25 plus. Walsh will get in amongst it. And having read a nice article about Alex Chincotta and the way that he's had to get into the system, 15 plus for Alex.
And then we've got the great man himself, Marto, who's going for 3 in a row.
Oh, how good are we going? Yeah, we got the unders multi up last week. We match of the round this week, Sydney versus Geelong. Over 168.5. I think they're both going to score around 90-odd points apiece. Errol Goulden, the most underrated player in the AFL competition right now. He gets 20 plus, and Mitch Duncan going well off the back line for Geelong. He'll get 20 plus as well. Easy as you like, 3.25.
What's his name? Errol Goulden.
Errol Goulden.
He can find the footy. He can find the bill.
Bloody oath he can.
He sounds like he should be. He sounds like he'd be one of the actors in one of these new Transformer movies.
Marto,
starring Eric.
Marto, can I ask you a quick question without notice?
Yes. Okay.
How as a Sydney Swan supporter yourself, how magical is it to see Jordan Dawson just lead the Crows like he does?
Oh, terrible. It's like Georgie